for the bay, that's me. That's us, that's my team. We gon' do it for the bay, though. Forever we faithful. Forever we faithful. Not again. Forever we faithful.
Niner my gang, whoa, that back came real fast. I feel like Usain Bolt. These teams not like us, they not in the same boat. We beat all the big teams, we got all the big rings. I read in that gold, we ball never fold. Grind, stay in that mold, another ring is the goal. All we do is win, 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 no matter what. It's a scary sight, a Niner jersey and a cut. Faithful to the fate, the Niner gang, yeah, we up, living plush. Soon as you look up, another touch. Damn, it ain't next year, it's our year. Now, crowd full of red, white, and gold, screaming loud. Let's get it in, let's get it in. Niner gang, another win. Let's get it in, let's get it in.
Welcome everybody to a brand new episode of Very Faithful Podcast. I'm Brandon Free, and joined by me is my co-host Dion Johnson. What's up, man?
What's going on? What's going on, B-Dubs? How you doing, man?
Pretty good. Looking to go 4-0 tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Let's hope so, man. We got a tall task ahead of us.
Yes,
we got a familiar face that we get to face from a defensive standpoint. Mr. Armstead will definitely be there. I'm pretty sure he done opened up and told them everything that he needed to tell them, and kind of gave away some secrets. I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, I know I would if I was on another team. So, see what we got.
Yes, sir. Before we start continuing on with the show, those of you on Twitter, go over to YouTube /ForeFaithful49 so we can see your comments and chat with us, and make sure you hit that like subscribe button on both channels. All right, man. Well, Brock Purdy just got announced that he's coming back and starting tomorrow. How you feeling about that?
I mean, I feel good, you know what I'm saying? It's good to have BP back in the lineup, you know what I'm saying? Getting back in there, get some live bullets thrown around and see what we can do for him. I do honestly think that it's a little scary going into this game possibly, but Adrian Gonzalez is the backup because Mac Jones got busted up in the last game. So it's a little bit different, but we'll see what happens. We'll go from there, and we'll make it work.
Yes, sir. And also, give me a sec here. So JJ did not practice yesterday.
Ooh.
Limit, right?
It wasn't that he didn't. He was limited.
Yeah. First of all, was limited Thursday, Friday, and then Jennings only practiced once this week, and then was limited on yesterday. So does he play or not, you think?
I think Jennings plays. I think they do what they always do whenever they're playing somebody and they're pretty much injured. They're going to go ahead and limit his touches. You'll see Jennings a little bit, but you got to remember we got DeMarcus Robinson back.
Yes.
You're probably going to see D-Rob out there a little bit more than you'll see JJ. If you do see him out there, all three of them, him, Pearsall, and JJ, I think that's going to work. I think that'll definitely be a good thing for them, though. They should be able to keep it rolling. You know what I mean?
Right. All right. My next question for you is, what do the Niners have to do to beat this Jacksonville Jaguars?
Well, Brock Purdy going to have to be real careful with the ball. The number one reason that I state that is because the Jacksonville Jaguars currently have 7 interceptions in the squad. And these interceptions are coming from every level. You got linebackers. What's going on? Did you get up this early to come look at us? You know you want to look at these two sexy bitches on the screen now. Knock it off. Don't play.
A little fairy.
Right? But no, basically with this team, they are ball hogs. They got 7 interceptions on the season. That's 2 a game already, technically speaking. We don't have any. We got passive defense, but we do not have any interceptions. So they have some ball hawks over there. Currently, right now, their leading interception guy is Jordan Lewis, he's DB. You got Olukun, the linebackers got one. Eric Murray, their safety, has one. Andrew Wingard has one. Jordan Lewis has 2. Devin Lloyd, the linebacker, has 1. And then we got Antonio Johnson, another safety, who has an interception. So the number one thing we got to do is be careful with the ball. Brock cannot go out there playing hero ball. Please don't do that. Not against these dudes, because they intercept the ball, as you can see, at a high rate. How the hell do we not have any picks? What you talking about? Oh, yeah, interceptions. Yeah, hey, man. I don't know. I truthfully don't. I think a lot of us we're in position to make plays, but we're not in those positions to get the interceptions. We will need to, because at the end of the day, Trevor Lawrence has four touchdowns and 4 interceptions. So for every TD, he throw a pick. We just got to be there to receive it. So that's the key for me right now, is making sure that Brock Purdy is very careful with the ball when he's throwing, because of the ball hawks that are on this defense. Like I said, 7 in the first 3 games is wonderful as a defense. If you're a DC, your team has 7 interceptions through 3 games, you love every second of it. But
what's up, McNiner?
What's up, Dave? Dave always comes up with these DBs at wide receiver for a reason. This is true. So we got to get on that train. We got to kind of flip the script in that manner. Let it be us that throws the touchdowns and not the interception. So it just takes time. I think that's one of the biggest things, though. They don't have more sacks than we do. If I'm not mistaken, they have 12. We have 18. The only issue is that our leading sack guy is now out. Well, technically, he was tied with Bryce Huff. But unfortunately, if you guys hadn't been paying attention and hadn't seen, of course, we lost Bosa for the year with the ACL injury, which is very painful to our defense. But we got to keep chucking along. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, injuries happen, and these things are unavoidable at times. So we'll see what happens. I know Bosa's surgery, they said it went well, and that he's already, doing his recovery. And Bosa, he's usually pretty good about, getting himself into shape pretty quickly. So probably won't see him until mid-training camp next year, if we even see him there. But right now, we have to protect the ball. Brock cannot go out there throwing interceptions, playing hero ball, throwing into triple coverage, trying to give somebody a chance. We ain't got time for that. You got to be able to give us a chance to win the game. All of our games have been close, along with theirs.
Yeah. So going back to Nick Bosa real quick. Yeah, he did have successful knee surgery and is already going to rehab for it. They were trying out some players this week too, to kind of, cover that area that Nick Bosa covers.
Yeah. And I think we picked up one guy. I forget his name now.
Yeah, I'm trying to look for it right now.
It escapes me right now. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't report on people who don't matter. Like, if you're really not that detrimental to the team, like care less.
So while we're looking for this guy's name, I do want to ask you, a lot of people were speculating on trying to trade for
Trey Hendrickson.
Yeah. And
this is my idea when it comes to Trey Hendrickson. I would take him on a 1-year rental if Cincinnati's willing to eat some of that cap they just gave him. If they say, hey, we'll take half the salary, I'll take him for a 1-year rental. I don't need him to be here beyond that. The reason being is because I'm already paying Nick Bosa an absorbent amount of money. I can't pay another defensive lineman that kind of bread. And Trey Hendrickson has been consistently producing year after year, and he's going to want big money. So unfortunately, we don't have that. We got to make sure that we keep that to be able to, upgrade our roster, sign our rookies that we draft next year, all of those things. I think, honestly, Connor Colby's playing injured. The guard, I think he was all right. Yeah, I think Cooney is all right, but I think Connor Colby is playing injured. That's why they have him limited in practice consistently. Looks like he's going to hold down that guard spot until Barch is back. But, honestly, even when Barch comes back, they might as well just keep him on the bench. He lives there anyway. You know what I'm saying? Barch consistently winds up giving you one solid game and then gets injured. So I think honestly, Connor Colby's going to play, but he'll play through the injuries. I mean, everybody's playing through something. To be honest with you, just because it's football and your body gets banged up and it's a consistent thing. So we'll see what happens. But I honestly do believe that we still have a good shot to win this game.
So we ask you this offensively. We did talk about it a little bit, but do we see Kyle have Brock throw like 41 times like he has been with Mac and him technically in week 1? Or do you think this run game gets better this game?
That's the question. I don't really know. You know what I'm saying? Kyle's been a little unpredictable with his play calling this season. It's been a little different. Pony ain't been dark. Stop that, Tommy. Pony, the best offensive lineman we got. He looked a little bit better than Trent at this point. But that's the thing. Kyle's been a little bit different with the run game this year. You know what I'm saying? You've seen CMC. You've seen a little bit of Brian Robinson Jr. as well. Both are, Brian Robinson Jr. is averaging 4.4 yards per carry, along with CMC at 3.4. But when you look at it, his average per game is 58.7. Hey, what's going on, Rick Diaz? So that's the thing for me. It's crazy that he's only getting 58 yards a game. Now, mind you, his total yards per game, if you're a fantasy owner, you love Christian McCaffrey because he's getting you all-purpose yards because he's got receiving and he's got rushing touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? So let's see. I appreciate you, Rick. I really do, bro. But at the end of the day, it's a situation where we must get the run game going, but we do need to get it going in the proper manner because we're still doing the same thing that we did last year, and it's still very lopsided, and I don't like this. CMC has touched the ball 52 times. Brian Robinson has touched it 17. That's not spelling Christian McCaffrey, people. That's not conserving him. Like that, it's just not. Right now, as far as receptions, no, CMC is not the leader. Well, CMC has more receptions than anyone else. So CMC, he's got more targets than anyone else. This is insane. So see, we're overusing him again. And this was the key. This is the thing. Hey, what's going on, media? I hope you're doing well as well, brother. But this is the thing again that we're doing that we shouldn't be doing, which is we initially stated we don't want to run CMC into the dang ground, and here we are. Go ahead and put that up there.
All right, buddy.
So if you look at this, once again, look at the disparaging difference. 52 to 17, that's 35 more touches than Brian Robinson Jr. And then when you look at the receiving, if you just take a closer look at it just in general, Ricky Pearsall, 16 receptions on 24 targets. Christian McCaffrey, 25 receptions on 32 targets. Why is our running back our highest targeted receiver? That don't make no sense. And he's got, of course, we seen what Pearsall is doing, you know what I'm saying, having this couple 100-yard games. So he's at 281. And then CMC is at 213. Next guy is Juwan Jennings at 105, and then KB at 70. So we got to start hitting, and then, of course, the touchdowns of Jennings, McCaffrey. You had Jake Tonjes, Juice, Kittle had one, and Luke Farrell has had one. So we got 6 TDs from the passing game, which is not a bad thing. But at the end of the day, you don't want to do that. You're overusing Christian McCaffrey. And the first thing we said when the season started was what? We don't want to do that. So it's unfortunate, but it kind of is what it is. Just don't.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
We just got to figure it out. We got to split the carries more for sure between Brian and CMC. But also, too, is, passing wise, they're giving it to CMC a lot, too. So it's like it's never ending for the guy.
I understand the guy is the focal point of the offense. I understand what he brings to the table, how dynamic he is. But at the end of the day, you still got to get back to using regular receivers, bro. Kyle, you still have real receivers. Now, the fact that we have Demarcus Robinson in this game, I should honestly see a ton of targets to the actual receivers on the squad, not Christian McCaffrey, maybe a couple his way. I would say give him probably about 3 or 4 passes, or if anything, if you're putting him in a pass game, make him the decoy. And use Robinson, use Jennings, use Pearsall. You now have a 3 receiver set. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, you technically have a 3 receiver set because Jennings and KB are interchangeable. They're the same person. You know what I'm saying? JJ just been doing it for us for the last few years because KB went off to New England and, he earned himself a paycheck. But I think that this should work. I do have to ask you a sidebar question. How do you feel about this relationship between KB and Pearsall, man? I like it, man. They
I'm
seem
loving it, dude.
like, bro, they're like best friends, man.
Yeah, they are. They're connecting very well.
They're always happy. They're always dancing. Like they're always doing something.
They got their own handshakes already too.
Oh my God, it's crazy because that's what I like. Hey, shout out to the whoever that equipment person was, or whoever was on the staff with the toe tap in the back of the end zone. That pass from Brock Purdy that David Lombardi put up. I see you. You might want to put some cleats on you, bro. That was a nice catch.
I knew wide receiver one.
The ball was placed. Brock put that ball where only the receiver would be able to go get it unless the DB had perfect coverage. Like, that was a good catch. So shout out to you, whoever you are, man. That was a nice catch.
That's funny. Yeah, I know. I mean, Pretty looked good in practice and everything. So kind of interested to see how he does tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll get a full serving of him. Obviously, I don't know how much they're gonna make him throw the ball. I would hope that they didn't, do too much. But I think it's just trying to balance out the game. Right now we're 3-0. I definitely didn't expect us to be 3-0 right now.
Me neither.
Not by any stretch, just because of all the turnover. But we got our work cut out for us. Their weapons are formidable. Right now, Travis Etienne has been running the ball very well.
And how do we stop that?
Yeah, him and their backup are looking pretty good. So you got Travis Etienne and looks like Bayshul Tootin. Bayshul Tootin. What? These names, man, I don't understand this. I don't try to be disrespectful to nobody's culture, but these names is getting out of pot. Bayshul. Now I got to figure out what this dude's ethnicity is because nobody ain't a soul on this world gonna name their child Bayshul, Bhayshul.
Media has questions.
Man, look, bro. At this point, I'm sorry. I like you, boy. I like his talent, but he's Jalen hurting me right now, and I'm done. I'm done. Get him up out of here, bro. Get him up out of here. And yes, media, I know you laughing because I'm dying. Some of these names, I'm sorry, man. It just you can't get by with this stuff, people. You can't be naming your kids random ass shit and then be expecting Americans to think that it's not funny. It is. Okay, I would never name my son Bayshul. No disrespect to the guy, his parents, his heritage, nothing. But I'm sorry, that's a crazy name. You know what I'm saying? You don't believe me? Go take a look at Benchwarmer Ben. He did a short on all of the players' real names that go by nicknames. And you'll see why they go by nicknames. Because none of these names make no sense. Like, I didn't know Julio Jones wasn't Julio Jones. That's not his real name. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy that you see this stuff. But this is how it works, man, Because I guarantee you Kool-Aid was never named Kool-Aid. His mama did not pop him out. And the doctor said, what's the baby name?
Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about the purple Kool-Aid.
Right? Don't do it, Brandon. Don't do it. Now he's black and he likes the great Kool-Aid. Oh, no.
Oh, man.
But it's just, we just have to be better than them on offense. and defense and show up and show out. Like I said, with 7 interceptions, Brock must be careful. There is no ifs, ands, or buts.
Now, are you
Make sure that we take care of those guys because with Tootin and ETN running the ball and being very good. Yeah, look at that. Your name, first of all, put that up. Who thought this was cool?
Quincy?
Who thought Quincy? Apostrophe Quincy. Why? This is what I'm talking about, people. Why? What is this? Quincy?
What's up, Bebop?
Like, come on, man. There's another dude I watch on Facebook. He shows like different names. Like he just makes up stuff because he used to be a teacher and he used to hear some crazy names. And there was a dude, his name was literally D, the number 3, and then Vion. And he was like D3, he was like Detravion. 3 Trey.
What?
Sir?
What?
No. People don't have numbers in their names. No. Unless you're like the first, third, second, or fourth. But either way, back to football. I could go on about stuff like that for days because it'd be funny to me. It really does make me laugh. But when it comes to the Jags, for us on defense, it's containing the usual suspects. Your Brian Thomas Jr., your Diami Brown, who is one of Breezy's guys that he loves. That's the only reason I really remember that name because he couldn't shut up about him when the draft came for that kid. And I don't mean shut up like in a negative way. I mean like that. That was one of his guys. We all know Breezy. When he gets a guy, he will make sure you know who that dude is. Like Jaquan Brisker, I will never forget that name. Why? That's
Breezy.
That's his dude. So everybody has their draft crushes. Breezy is just very vocal about his. But we got to stop, Diami Brown, the Brian Thomas Juniors. We got to stop their tight end too. He's actually their leading receiver. Brenton Strange. He's got 13 catches on 16 targets. So that means he catches the ball pretty much almost every time it's thrown to him.
Mm-hmm.
He's averaging 10.5 yards a catch. So that ain't too bad. You know what I'm saying? Diami Brown. Then we got to
real quick. I haven't really paid attention to the Jags that much this season so far. Mm-hmm. But are they more of run team first, then pass, or how you see that?
As far as the numbers go, it looks like they're somewhat balanced to an extent. Trevor Lawrence, it looks like they're going a little more heavy on the pass. Trevor Lawrence averaging about 223 yards a game, while ETN's averaging about 90 yards a game. So they're a little balanced. So we don't really see too much of one thing. They're probably going to go with whatever works. Strange is looking pretty good. So that's going to be
Strange is looking strange.
All right. So that means that Upton Stout's going to have his hands full if he comes in and plays that, or if we got D Winters, covering him, or possibly even All Pro / Hall of Fame Fred. I got to start saying that now because dude is just insane. And your background, could you imagine those two together on the field?
I know.
That would be disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
Because both of them are smart as all get out, and both of them have killer instinct. They both could intercept the ball. Like they're both quick. The sideline to sideline speed does not. You don't lose with either one.
Nope. You
know what I'm saying? I love what we had with Willis and Bowman, but if I could have just seen at least 2 seasons of Fred Warner and Patrick Willis together, oh my goodness,
that would have been nice.
I'll tell you right now, our linebackers would have led the team in interceptions.
Oh yeah,
automatic. I remember when we drafted Patrick Willis, the highlight they showed was him with the club on, running down a receiver.
Oh, I remember that.
Like, it was insane. I'm like, how? Okay, first of all, I know that club got to be throwing your balance off because when you run, you got some big ass massive club on your arm like this. When you're running people, it's not like you. That's gonna make you move because it's too big.
when you're running, he's going to the right.
Bro, like he bolted down the field and caught that receiver. It was insane. Yeah, I think we drafted, what was it, him and Staley at the same time, right? What's up, throwback? I think it was him and Staley at the same time in the first round, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was one of the best drafts that we had, man. That was one of the best 2 first round picks. We got a Hall of Fame left tackle and a Hall of Fame linebacker. Which I don't know. I think since Joe just retired I think he should be eligible next year, right? Joe Staley. Because what is it, 6 years after you retire?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think he I think we should be good. But end of the day, man, those are the guys that we have to stop on defense. We got to be worried about them. They got their usual suspects. You got, what I'm saying, as I stated before, got your Eric Armstead. You got your Olukin. He's definitely tough. You got Eric Murray, Wingard, Jordan Lewis, Devin Lloyd, Trayvon Walker. He's their leading sack guy. We got Josh Allen over there. You know what I'm saying? I remember him and Nick Bosa coming out in the same draft. So, it's just it's a situation. Yeah, man, I'm trying to get I'm almost there, Brian. People, I am 10 away from 600. Help me get to that 6, man. Brandon at the 7, and I'm at the 6. And Brandon gets to the 8, I get to the 7. Let's just keep on climbing, man. We're trying to push these channels up.
For those of you watching, thanks for having me hit 700. Appreciate it. Let's continue on and grind to 800 now. And Dion, get 600 and go to 700.
Yep. To continue grinding. It never stops, man. You got to keep on grinding it. But let's take a look. Let's see what we got the injury reports for these games. Do you have that pulled up?
Let me bring it up real quick. Hold on. Yeah. You could continue talking to them while I do this real quick.
Yeah. We're gonna take a look at the injury report, see what we got going on. You know what I mean? So we talked about everything. Now, one thing that I did want to note really quick was the fact that the one thing the Jags have that we currently don't have is, of course, those interceptions. They got 7 as a team. And then when it came down to the games and as far as like the spreads here, it hasn't been too much. You know what I'm saying? They won both. They have won their games by 6 and 7 points, and we won all of our games by a total of, I think, about 6 or 7 points. So they win by a touchdown, possibly an extra point, and we win by hope and prayer. It's been rough for us with these injuries and whatnot. I know at a bare minimum, CJ West is out. I haven't seen anything on their end.
We'll just do ours for now because I was trying to find both of them, but I couldn't find it. So, let me see where I see it at.
Oh, I got you right here.
You got it?
Yep. So basically, for the 49ers, out is Jordan Watkins and CJ West. Questionable is Mac Jones, Jawan Jennings, Renardo Green, and Ricky Pearsall. For the Jaguars, out is a guy named Wyatt Millam. Questionable is Yashir Abdullah and Diami Brown with the shoulder. So we might not have to face Brown, but questionable typically means you're going to play. The only time you really think that a player's not going to play is whenever you see the words doubtful next to their name. Questionable, you're going to play. So we got a couple of guys that are questionable, but those guys are all probably going to be there. I think they're probably going to put Mac as the emergency quarterback just to let him relax, man, and kind of do it. Newbie, what's going on?
What's up, Newbie?
Who blew it? They ain't blew out Carolina. Who blew out Carolina? Winning by 1 TD ain't a blowout. Blowout mean you got the brakes beat off of you like some of these teams, man. A couple of these teams put up 40 burgers last week. Shout out to Daniel Jones and his newfound life in
Indiana Jones.
Indianapolis, man. I mean, he went over there, took that man couldn't hack it in New York. And where else did he go? Did he go somewhere else? Could have sworn Yeah, but he couldn't hack it in New York when he wound up going to Indianapolis and taking Anthony Richardson's job.
Yeah.
And Anthony Richardson didn't even fight for his job. I don't know what's going on with the kid. Maybe the league wasn't something that was in his sights, and he just kind of wound up here. And sometimes it's like that, people. Minnesota, yeah, they beat the brakes off of him. It was ugly. It was ugly. I definitely didn't anticipate that. Jordan Mason, I miss you. Over 100 yards.
He's getting more touches now that Jones is on IR.
Bro, and he's gonna show that why he deserves the touches, bro. It's crazy. I'm telling you, man. It's
So are we gonna see Michael on the outside a lot more? You think
you're gonna see him on the outside a lot more? Basically, with Bosa going down, it unfortunately puts us in a bad spot. Now we have to kind of we can't use guys the same way we initially would have utilized them with him being on the field. But this just means that everybody else has to step up, And I'm sorry, I know that Bosa himself does very well, but I'm gonna say this as respectfully as I can. He's not a game wrecker. And what I want people to understand is when I say that, all right, man, go ahead, do your thing, bro. But what I'm saying is I don't see him as a true game wrecker. There are guys in the league that one person is on the field and you're like, man, what? I got to deal with this cat. People feel that way about Nick Bosa, but I don't give him game wrecker status because he doesn't. Like Bosa has to be that person, that one force that will literally shatter your whole offensive game plan. All you got to do is double the dude and it stops. And it's nothing against him, but I've seen him get doubled and it's a little rough. And it sucks getting doubled because you still got to fight through that block to try to get to the quarterback. But TJ Watt is a true game wrecker. You know what I mean? Like catch like that. Myles Garrett, real game wrecker, not messing around. Bosa is always in between 10 to 15 sacks. That's kind of average when it comes to defensive ends. So I like what he brings to the table, but somebody can come in and help produce and fill that void.
I mean, they looked fine after he left the game.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't look too bad. What killed me was he was on the sideline doing high knees. And I'm like, I know you can do high knees with an ACL, with a torn ACL.
He knew it was an ACL, though, at that time.
I don't think he did either. But, I mean, hell, if you're moving like that, the torn ACL must not be that bad. Get back on the field. I guarantee you I got all kinds of torn ligaments and strained shit in my legs because I've had MRIs done on maybe twice in my whole life, but I've sprained and strained just about every muscle you can think of in my body. But at the end of the day, when it comes to the defense, I think our defensive line is just going to have a healthy rotation. Keep guys fresh. Got to use the old Spags method when he was with the Giants. Just keep rotating them in, keeping them fresh. Make sure everybody knows their assignments, knows what they're going to do, knows where they need to be, and keep it pushing.
Yep.
And to be honest, we're going to have one of those guys on the defensive line as a veteran step up and be that voice. Because though Nick is one of the quietest people on the planet, Bosa did start taking a little bit more of a leadership role this year. So with him not being there, some people are going to have to step that up. So, Michael, I know you're a rookie, but get in there and make sure you got your guys on the line right. You know what I'm saying? Kalia Davis, you're there. You're actually playing and healthy for a change. So you get in there and, say some stuff. Make sure dudes are knowing what they're supposed to do. You know what I mean? What do you feel about Robert Saleh and this sign stealing thing he was talking about?
I didn't
do it legally.
I don't think he meant it in a bad way or talking shit or anything.
Yeah, it was just confusing because I was like, wait, what do you mean legal sign stealing? Ain't nothing legal about taking a sign, And I guess because of the way he said it, Shanahan had to go and clear it up or something.
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah. So since CJ West is going to be out too, Jordan Jefferson will be making his debut tomorrow as well.
That's the kid, Jordan Jefferson. Yeah. That's the kid. Okay.
Yeah. So
49ers are fairly good at kind of taking reclamation projects as defensive linemen and getting something out of them. For the most part, usually when we do that, those guys give us at least about 5 sacks. So hopefully that will work out.
bro, you want to know what's sad?
What's that?
The Niners' plan right now for Gross Matos is to practice one day and then play Sunday. So he can't even do a full-on 3-day practice, bro.
Because
The man can't stay healthy.
His knees are garbage and he can't stay healthy. We all know this about Gross Matos. The coolest thing about him, as I've always said, is his name. But that's about as good as it gets. I can't stand a dude who can't actually go out there and produce. Now, I know a lot of people jumped on him and was like, oh, you see his pressures? I don't care about pressures, people. I care about getting to the quarterback and actually sacking him. If that pressure don't lead to a turnover, a fumble, or an interception, then that pressure didn't do nothing. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Lots of quarterbacks perform well under pressure. There are lots of quarterbacks that can stand in a collapsing pocket and still deliver the ball properly. Unless those pressures amount to a turnover in some way, shape, or form, or a incomplete pass, I don't know why we care. And I don't know that his pressures have done that. You know what I'm saying? So, honestly, we'll see what the new look defensive line looks like against these cats. Yeah. And that's going to be the key, trying to make sure we stop that run. Once again, we haven't given up a 100-yard rusher. Although Alvin Kamara was knocking on the door, he was just 1 yard away. And I think he actually wound up having a TFL that took him under 100.
Mm-hmm.
So
that. Real quick on the Ayuk injury, because we did hear Lynch say that he might be later comeback, to be honest, than what we thought. But they said
I think that's BS.
Yeah.
I call super cap on that. I call everybody about to go jump on Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch's you know what and be like, oh, they're playing chestnut chickens with the stupid stuff, trying to get these people more credit like they did something that didn't nobody notice. This is too obvious. They're going to say that the man is not going to come back on time because he is going to come back on time. You mean to tell me with all the dang videos we done seen of Brandon Ayuk running around and running routes and doing all the things that he's doing, now randomly he had a setback? I don't want to hear that. I do not want to hear that. I am sorry. Ain't nothing wrong with Brandon Ayuk. Boy on track to come back. Like I said, between weeks 4 and 8. They'll most likely remove him from the PUP by at least week 5 to 6. And then by week 8 to 9, you'll see the Brandon Ayuk. This is the normal plan. Nothing's going to stop that. I guarantee it.
Yeah, I guess they said there's different levels with the ACL. Brandon has significant injury. He's a really gifted athlete and really hard worker. Mm-hmm. There's no absolute on these things. He's got to continue to hit markers. We'll be better team with Brandon out there, so we look forward to that day, but it's not close. When we have some more info, that will be forthright with it.
Yeah, but I mean, like, look like this. I'm going to tell you right now. I would love a 4 wide receiver set with Robinson, Jennings, Pearsall, and Ayuk. That'd be great. If Kyle could dial up some 4 wide receiver sets when he has all 4 of those dudes in the game and get that together with the game plan, that'd be great. Because now you don't know who's getting the ball. Because we still got a minimum 2 more weeks before we see Kittle. A minimum. Because I don't know what level that hamstring, what grade level they gave that hamstring pull, but I can tell you right now, it's those things linger.
Yeah,
when you're playing tight end and you got a block, and then you got
it's killing him right now.
Seahawks, Eddie, what's happening with your player? Hey man, congratulations last week, man, knocking off those red birds. That was good. Yeah, hey man, Seahawks, Eddie, Jackson, Smith, and Jigba is the truth.
That's true. They're only receiver though.
Ballers. Well, that's because I don't know why they don't target Cooper Kupp. They done brought him in there to be a decoy because JSN getting all the touches. They ain't giving that man no love.
Cooper Kupp who?
Right, pretty much. That's literally what's happening right now. 1,000% is that is what's happening. But I think Cooper Cup will, come along, start using them a little bit more. Um, to be honest with you, yeah, y'all do, yeah. They're the
Cutting
one
is
thing that
horrible.
Cotton
I'm
does not
sorry.
get away from. And his little ass always runs around somewhere getting a couple yards. But I don't
Mhm.
know, when he does play the Seahawks, it is never a fun game for him. Never. And then every now and then when he plays us, we make it hard on him. Um,
We did last week.
yeah, he was out there trying to do his thing, man. But we lucked out and we got that one. Shout out to Eddie Pistolero Pinerio. I love that guy. Thank you for making that kick. We appreciated it, man. I'm telling you, because it's the most annoying thing in the world is when you just want uh you just want your kicker to do their job and they can't do that.
Yeah. And I gotta say, it feels nice to have a kicker that knows how to do their job.
Yeah, like it ain't really that hard. I mean, when he missed that first kick, I was like, "Oh, come on now."
Well, dude, wasn't even us this season, man. The kickers having issues all over the fucking league.
Oh no, the whole league kickers look bad. Kickers look real bad. They are missing kicks left and right. And some of these guys are costing teams games. So, and the one thing that I actually like about Eddie Pinerio was he was very forthcoming. He was like, "Yeah, man, you don't make them kicks, you ain't gonna be here." I'm pretty sure they let him know that when he came to the building. Hey, bro, you start
Oh
missing
yeah,
kicks, we'll be about this joint too. We'll line somebody else up.
for
You
sure,
know.
dude.
So
All right,
we just got
X
to make sure
Factors.
we take this game on and do it the right way. And if it
Yes.
does come down to that, at least we got Pistolero Pinerio.
All right, X Factors for you, dude.
Let's see. On defense, our X factor is going to have to be our defensive backfield. We need some interceptions. Trevor Lawrence gives you a gift at least once a game. We need to take advantage of that and take that gift and either give it back to the offense or take that joint to the house. So for defense, that's what I'm saying. Our DBs need to be top notch, and we need to be ball hawking Trevor Lawrence. We need to be the Jags, basically.
We need to put pressure on him.
Yeah. On offense, to be honest with you, Demarcus Robinson. I want to see what he does. He's back. He's there. I'm pretty sure they're going to use him a little bit more than they're going to use Jennings, obviously due to the injuries. But it's going to be a little something. I think that Demarcus Robinson should be the X factor. What about you?
Defense. I'm gonna say. I think I'm gonna agree with you. I think the DBs need to have a big game tomorrow for sure.
And our safety, Siegel, Pinnock, get it together.
Yeah.
Pinnock especially, get it together, bro. I don't know what you were doing. I don't know what the issue is, but you need to get it together, man. Right now we are hoping and praying that Malik Mustafa is good and he's ready to come back because I don't
Mm-hmm.
like what I'm seeing from Pinnock. Siegel, I give him a pass because he's a rookie, but he hasn't necessarily looked good the last two games. So we just need those guys to step it up, man. So Siegel, Pinnock, Demo, Bernardo, everybody get out there, man. Do your thing. Focus. Upton. You know what I'm saying? Time for you to get that first interception in the league, baby. Once you get a taste of it, you won't want to stop. So I think we're going to be able to do that. That's what it is. But what about offense?
Offense. I'm gonna say Persall has another big game, and I think this time he scores a touchdown.
That's what we got to get him in the end zone. Dang it! That's what we got to do, man. Ricky, old slick Rick, as I call him.
He leads. He's third in the NFL along with freaking JSN and
receiving yards. Mm-hmm.
yeah, and
He's
Puka.
got the TDs to go with it.
So I'm like, damn, dude, we need to get him into the end zone.
Yeah, we just have to be able to draw plays that will allow him to be able to get there. Because right now, everything he's catching, somebody's right by him. And Pearsall's shifty enough to be, to eventually become a yak bro, but that he hasn't mastered that part of his game yet. He will eventually, because he's gonna have to get on task with it. Because once BA come back, if we can have him, BA, and Kittle be the new Yak Bros, that'd be great. So
Yeah.
and then honestly, Kyle just has to be good with his game plan, man. He's got to be great with his play calling. He has to be smart about it. You want to make sure that Kyle is giving you everything that he has when it comes to calling plays. I think he will.
Yeah, I think so too, dude. To be honest, it's just I liked how he's been. I think I'd say the past 2 weeks where he's been very open with his playbook instead of conservative. And I hope he does the same thing with fucking Brock tomorrow.
Yeah, open that playbook up, man. You know what I'm saying? You had Mac throwing the ball 41 times. Maybe you want to limit a little bit because Brock and his toe. But if he's feeling good and is feeling better and is healing the way it's healing, heck, throw it out there for him, man. Let him do his thing, Or at a bare minimum, if you want to just use the run game, actually use both backs.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Give Brian Robinson out there for a reason. Use him.
Thank you.
You put down Isaac Rindo for a reason. So let's see the second stringer. Come on.
Yeah, Isaac Rindo ain't playing. Jordan James ain't playing. Corey Connor's on the practice squad. Like all these things are coming into play. And this is once again, people, why I always say what I say about us drafting running backs. And no one can defeat me on that. And I don't care what you try to tell me. At the end of the day, I got the facts. Drafted running backs by the San Francisco 49ers in the era of John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan never work out. Look at what they just did to Garindo. They bumped him down to 3, and he was supposed to be the 2. So bumping Garindo down to 3 means you bump James down to 4. And you drafted Jordan James. To do what? Like that's my biggest thing. Jags ain't whipping.
We got a Jags fan in here. What's up, Dre? How you doing, man?
I like it. I want Jags fans in here.
Love it.
There you go, man. Say your little thing, bro. Look, you're gonna say Duval. What you're gonna be doing is you're gonna be saying Duval, but you're gonna be crying while you say it because we're gonna be beating the brakes off of you. I'm telling you right now.
You're gonna be saying, "Why Duval?"
Yeah, why Duval? Why? All love, definitely. Oh yeah. No, man, I saw y'all doing it in the locker room, man. I saw and I got that from Trevor Lawrence. He was the one who did it when I caught it online, man. But nothing but love to you, man. I hope that both of our teams make it out of this game, unscathed, no injuries for either one of us. I want it to be a great game, but we got to come in and punch you in the mouth, bro. We have to. There's no choice.
Yep.
We are the 49ers, okay? We ain't fighting for gold no more, and we ain't shooting with muskets, all right? You know what I'm saying? We got AKs and all kinds of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And we don't have a pickaxe, but I tell you right now, we got a Glock Purdy. You know what I'm saying? We got a little CM machine gun with McCaffrey there. I can use gun references for everybody. We got Fred the Shotgun Warner. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Oh yeah, man.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, that was a hard one, man. But it's all good. Hey, look, AFC West to me looks beautiful. The NFC West, I think, is what you meant. But NFC West, yeah, it's gonna be a battle. It's gonna definitely be a battle. It's not gonna be a walk in the park. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have to work and keep winning. And but we've won our division games that we played so far. And we're good. And we're good in the NFC. All we got to do is, I think we got to take down the lamb chops, and then we own the tiebreaker over everybody. So we're good there. So if we can beat the lamb chops, first go around. Do we play lamb chops in their house first or ours?
Yeah, we're over there first.
We in Levi.
We're in Levi South.
Yeah. Just so you know, Drew, that's what we call the Rams, the SoFi Stadium. We call it Levi South because we always read out their stadium. There's always more of us than there are the Rams fans. I'm pretty sure you got your situation down there with the Bucks and whatnot. I'm pretty sure y'all have nice little rivalries there that come into play. You know what I'm saying? Y'all going down to Raymond James and get it in every now and then. But appreciate you stopping in. Always come through to the stream, man. We like other people's fans to come in here. We enjoy the picture. It's a beautiful thing when other people's fans come in. Love what you guys are doing on the defensive end. All 7 picks that you have. That's fantastic. You guys look good with that. That's one thing we're gonna have to be leery of when it comes to it. You got to be mindful of your defensive line and whatnot. So it's gonna be a good game, Dre. I guarantee it.
Yeah, it'll be a very good game. Let's get right into it, baby. Fucking can't wait.
Yeah.
You want to do score predictions, or are you good?
I'm good on the score prediction. I don't really know, man. To be honest with you, it's weird because the Jags, like I said, the Jags have won both of their games by 6 and 7 points. We done won all 3 of our games by a total of, I think, 6 points.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say this. I'm not going to do a score prediction, but I predict it to be the same way all the other games have been, close. Yeah. But in this game, I predict that one of our DBs and or safeties will have an interception. They have to. Trevor Lawrence, he handed them out like candy. He give you at least one a game.
Yeah, that's
at
true.
At bare minimum, go take the free candy. This ain't like, this. See, let me tell y'all a little story. When I was a kid, used to come home from school. We used to walk past this old man's store. His name was Sabu. Sabu was a cool old dude. He had like a thrift store. He had all kinds of old, stuff that you would never see. He had the real typewriters, the whole 9 yards. But Sabu was cool. He sold candy as well. But if you got good grades, when you was coming home, you could stop in, he'd give you a free piece of candy. And there was nothing bad about it. He was just being he's like, hey, I'm gonna reward you. And what people don't understand is when you reward a human being for doing something, they continue to do that thing because they want that reward again and again. He rewarded us with good grades by just giving us a piece of candy. Now, mind you, it's just a small piece of candy at that time, probably didn't cost but maybe a quarter. But it meant a lot because it said, I got a reward for busting my butt and keep doing it. So when Trevor Lawrence is out there, man, I need him to be just like my old homeboy Sabu. Oh, hey, man, look, man, just give me a free piece of candy. That piece of candy comes in the form of an interception. It comes in the form of a fumble. It comes in the form of you getting a sack. It's whatever you want to do. Hook us up. That's all I'm saying. You see the shirt, man. It's what it is. Okay? We're going to take this one to the face, and we're going to put this in your face. Figure it out, people. Make a decision. Because if I'm off this and I have this
in
the game's over. You don't want that. Okay?
Don't want that.
Okay. All right. What y'all know about that 8-ball? Oh, English 800. Boy,
all right.
Sit you down to this day.
All right. I think that's going to do it for us. We'll be back tomorrow after the game. Yes?
Yes, sir.
All right. Sounds good. We'll be back tomorrow to review the game and give our thoughts and takes on the game itself. But until next time, guys, enjoy the game and go Niners. Peace.